So a few days ago, I was just walking, and basically, I guess you can just say my phone broke my fall. I broke my phone, and I was just so upset because I got my phone, I bought my phone probably a month ago, and I was like, wow, Pri, it just took you a month to do that. You know what I'm actually looking forward to? When it starts snowing, because when people actually slip in snow, apparently that's normal, but when you slip on freaking dry pavement, that's not normal. Hey guys, so in this video I wanted to briefly be talking about my MRI results as well as my Ocrevus Infusion number 6, which I actually just had about 2 days ago. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It'd be cool to hit 1.1k subscribers, but I can't do that without the help of you guys, so yeah, subscribe if you haven't. And for now, I hope you guys enjoy this video. So being on Ocrevus, I've actually have not relapsed since 2017. And I've actually have not tried out any other DMTs as well, for those of you who don't know. But on the bright side, my doctor told me that I have no new lesions in my brain, so I was actually really happy about that. And why I was happy about that was because, I mean, who wouldn't be happy about that? But why I was happy about that was because last year in September, I was told, I guess you could say I was misdiagnosed with having a relapse while being on Ocrevus by my doctor. And I'm just going to insert a clip right now because I don't want to repeat what I've already said before, so let me insert one right now. Don't let anyone tell you what you're capable of, or I don't know, tell you that there's something wrong with you when there isn't, because I don't know, not even doctors can, right? So now I'm just going to post a picture of my brain because I thought it was so cool. I thought it was really cool to have new lesions in my brain, so I was happy about that. So I'm going to put a picture right now. In that picture, basically, the white spots that are on my brain aren't supposed to be there. Those are the lesions, but those lesions were already there. So yeah, if only you could take a eraser and just erase all of that crap. But no, it doesn't work that way, Pri. It doesn't work that way. I don't know how to get rid of it. There's no cure for MS, but even if there was, how would you take away the lesions on someone's brain that's already scarred their brain? This is just me thinking too much again. The doctor was telling me how he doesn't see that it's getting worse, but he doesn't see that it's getting better as well, right? But the whole point of Ocrevus is to make sure that patients aren't relapsing or doing worse, because that just means that the DMT is not working, right? But I guess my DMT is working because I'm not relapsing right now, and I'm just so happy. So I mentioned before how for me, I don't do my best during my 5th month of not receiving my Ocrevus infusion. And why I feel this way is because I just feel like the DMT just wears off. That's just the best way I can describe it. And it's interesting because my nurse told me how a lot of the patients feel this way with their DMT that they're taking. If they don't have it during a certain period of time, they feel like they also don't do the best. And yeah, I just don't do my best. My bladder just gets a little worse as well. My walking is clearly not good. My vision also acts up on me a lot. So I think that's the hardest part for me too, especially because right now I'm doing remote learning, right? With Teachers College, and that is hard because it's I'm always having to stare at a really bright screen, and it does stress my eyes out a lot. But yeah. After my infusion, I literally feel like I get a battery put in me. Let me know in the comments below if you guys also feel this way too. Like whether you're on Ocrevus or another DMT, let me know, because I'm just curious to know how you guys feel. I usually feel better, but it's not to say that I don't have difficulties walking anymore, or I don't have difficulties with my bladder, or my vision, or my numbness, or my tingling, and all of those things are still there, but it's I just feel better after receiving Ocrevus. Yesterday, for instance, when I was walking, it was I was walking much faster, but I wasn't purposely making myself walk faster, but rather it was my body that was just doing it. And my body was not doing that last week. Like, you know what I mean? Like, my body wasn't doing a lot of things prior to my infusion, and yeah. So I pretty much felt so much better after receiving my infusion. I feel good. And I'm not gonna lie, yes, I did pee after receiving my infusion, but that's because they put all this liquid stuff in you, and I was drinking a lot of water that day too. But it was okay because I was wearing my diaper, so... If I had to be honest with you, I just wasn't hard on myself. Like, when I wet myself, I wasn't thinking, oh man, I just received Ocrevus, like, why am I wetting myself still? I think I've just come to learn that the things that I'm just not able to do, I'm just not going to be hard on myself for that. My bladder has just always been one of the things where I've just beat myself up over it, and as soon as I discovered adult diapers, I just stopped doing that because I was like, I have my backup there. I think I might make another video on adult diapers next week, but yeah, I just feel like it's just been a game changer for me, and yeah. So this one I actually have an issue with because I noticed this from time actually since receiving Ocrevus. It's like I almost forget how to pee and forget how to take a shit, but when I'm outside, I end up doing that while walking. It's like MS likes to f with me. I hate it a lot of the times. And it's like, I'm sure a lot of you guys will be able to relate to me on this. Maybe not with your bladder, but with other things that MS does to you. But it's just so annoying because it's like, it always comes out when it wants to come out. And it's like, no, just stay in there and just... Did you guys hear my stomach? Probably for like 2 years now, I've noticed how every single time I would receive Ocrevus, right? It's like, I forget how to use a bathroom. Like, what helps me do both of those things? Turning on the faucet when I need to pee, or spanking my bum when I need to take a shit. So, those things help me, right? But yesterday I actually had a hard time actually letting things out. But I let things out in my diaper while I was walking outside because that's just what I do the best. But I do have to say though, I've literally wet my diaper probably 3 times yesterday, which I don't usually ever do. I only ever wet it probably once a day. And some days I don't even wet it at all. I just wear it just in case, you know? And yeah, I just feel like my bladder is just, I don't know, it's just weird. It's like, this is just something I know if I told my nurse, she would tell me it has nothing to do with Ocrevus. But you know what? I know my body better than anyone else. So I'm not even going to bring this up to anyone other than you guys. Because I know that I'm having a harder time using the bathroom. And yeah, it's annoying, but I mean, it is what it is. And I'll figure it out. I'll figure myself out. I'm literally holding this paper because these are the papers that I asked my nurse for because she was telling me about this, and I was not going to do this. But basically, my nurse was telling me how with Ocrevus, right? For those of you who don't know, I basically receive Ocrevus infusions twice a year, so once every 6 months. That's like the best part about it, right? Where you don't have to go to get your infusion monthly or daily or weekly. And I think that's the part that I like the most about Ocrevus. My infusion that I did, right, about 2 days ago, I went at 9 in the morning and I was able to leave at 4:30 p.m. So that was like, what, about 7 hours? And my nurse was telling me how instead of doing my Ocrevus infusions for like 6 or 7 hours, I can actually do it for a shorter period of time. She actually gave me this paper because I asked her for it, but let me just read it to you guys because I didn't know how to word this. But basically what this was, it says you'll be able to switch from the standard infusion, 3.5 hours administration of ocrelizumab, to the shorter infusion, 2.0 hours administration of ocrelizumab at any visit. Now, okay, get this. Those 2 sentences or that one sentence I read to you, right? That is so misleading because you'd think that your infusion that is like, what, 6-7 hours would turn into 2 hours, right? But no, it's only 2 hours of administrating the ocrelizumab. And you also get steroids that get put into your system that takes like another few more hours, right? Tests that you have to do prior to receiving Ocrevus, it's like, it doesn't account for that. So it's like, the way that this whole thing is worded, it's like, because I know I'm a part of a study, but it's like, I thought this was really weird because when she actually asked me this question, I wasn't too sure if I wanted to do that, because for me, guys, I was happy because for me, I've heard of people who go and get infusions every single week, or they have to like self-inject themselves. Like, how do you guys even do that? I don't even know. Kudos to you, because I would probably end up laughing doing it, and that's just my way to cope through feeling nervous. So when my nurse asked me if I actually wanted the shorter infusion days, I didn't know how to answer her question, because this is just a question I never thought about. I was even telling my nurse, I was like, I know there's MS patients out there who get medications like every single day or every single week or every single month. And it's like, for me, I just have to get my medication once every 6 months. And it's like, I don't know if I would have it any other way. Like, I feel like I don't spend as much time as other people probably do having to go in to get in their infusions. When I got to the form part of it, it literally, she gives it to me and she just tells me to sign it. And I was like, why do I need to sign something? But then I was like, wait, let me just read this. It says, I confirm that I have read this consent from addendum, or it has been read to me. I understand the information presented and have had my questions answered. I understand that I will be given a copy of all 4 pages of this addendum after it has been signed and dated. And this is the part where I was like, wait, why do I need to sign this if I don't want to do my infusions for a shorter period of time? So I was like literally looking at the paper and I was like, see, the thing is, if I actually wanted to have the shorter time, I feel like I would have to sign something, right, to kind of give my consent. But what am I giving my consent for right now when I don't want to change anything? Like, you know what I mean? So I asked my nurse, I was like, are you sure I have to sign this? Because I don't know, I'm taking it as I have to sign this if I want to do the shorter infusion time, right? But I don't want to do that. And then she was like, oh, okay, let me look at it again. And I was like, so I was literally about to sign something that I wasn't supposed to sign, but I was like, wow, I may be young, but I am not stupid. I decided not to sign this because it was so funny, because I was telling Austin about this. I was like, you know what? I stood my ground. I said I did not want this because I did not need this. Because also, when the infusion goes into my system faster, right, if I did decide to do this, I don't know how my body's going to react to that. And also bear in mind that I don't weigh a lot. So it's like, I'm pretty tiny, I would say. And I don't know how my body would react to it. And it's like, I don't want to test my body out like that. So it's like, no, I'm just going to continue doing what I'm doing and just suck it up for now. You know what I mean? So I was telling my nurse about this too. I was like, I don't want to change anything right now because I don't have any issues right now. And she supported me 100%. So that's pretty much it to my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below if you're able to relate to some of the things that I do talk about. And also let me know in the comments below if you guys actually agreed with this little part of the study where you can actually get your Ocrevus infusions for a shorter period of time. Because I'd love to hear from you. I want to know how it works for you guys. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. Follow me on Instagram and check out my blog. I'll post links down below as always. And I'll see you guys in my next video that I'll try to get posted for next week. Bye guys. It's called the Master Informed Consent Addendum. The addendum is, I don't know what that says. 01 to Master Informed Consent from version 7.0. Like, what the does that even mean? Okay, this is what I don't understand. These are the things that I never understood when I was 19, because they would give me all of these papers and I was like, I don't know what I'm looking at. Like, give me English. I don't know what these numbers mean.